All right, dilemma. All right, Bill, would you rather have, drum roll, he says, a daughter who's a hoe or a gay son who's also a hoe?
What the fuck is this fucking homophobic, sexist-ass, ridiculous question? A daughter who's a hoe or a gay son who's a hoe? This question is so offensive on so many levels, like I can't even. I won't even. So that's all you.
Okay. Well, here's the thing, Nia. People have to be allowed to be homophobic.
Why?
Because that's how you get it out of you. That's like saying, you shouldn't be... I mean, not into fat shaming, but this guy can't fucking...
Asshole shaming? I'm all for it.
No, I'm not saying that. No, this is the problem. This is the fucking problem.
What is the problem?
The problem is you're already enlightened.
Yeah.
Okay? And somebody else isn't enlightened. And the way to get them there is not to shit all over them. You got to extend a fucking olive branch. Oh,
okay.
God, here comes more sarcasm.
I get it.
Jesus.
I have to be tolerant for, the ignorant assholes. Right, because they're the ones that are misunderstood. They're the ones that need an extra helping hand in this world because the world is so hard for them. That's right, because everyone else is so PC.
This is why nothing gets solved.
And the people who are unenlightened, they just get left behind. They just get left behind. All these poor ignorant assholes. They don't. Let's all help lift them up, not the people who are truly suffering from what that ignorant asshole has done.
All right. Listen, none of that got that guy any closer to nothing. First of all, he might just be...
You coddling him doesn't help either.
I'm not coddling the guy.
Yeah, you are. You coddle a lot of ignorant assholes in the name of comedy, and I'm sick of it.
Jesus Christ. Look.
You do.
All right. Well, let me ask you this. Somebody says something homophobic on TV, and then they get fired from a show for saying something homophobic.
And you immediately side with them. Why is that?
I don't side with them.
Yeah, you do. You take you go with the sympathy angle rather than the people who are actually offended by it. You're like, well, wait a minute now. Let's figure out why this person is saying this.
You don't even listen to what I'm saying. You're so on your fucking soapbox of how goddamn right you are, that you're immediately assuming that I'm advocating homophobia. I'm not.
What are you advocating?
I'm advocating that when somebody's fucking homophobic, to just go in and then take their job from them, how does that help that person with their homophobia? Do you think they then go home and go oh, now I get it? They don't. They become worse. So if you want to solve the fucking problem, and I believe that when they do that, it isn't as much about stopping whatever the thing is, a sexist comment, homophobic, anything. What it is it showing the power that your group has. You shut the fuck up or we're firing you. So what you do is you create all of that ignorance to go underground.
You're not telling them to shut the fuck up. What you're telling them is that it's
Let me finish.
Okay
can I finish my point? Can I please finish my point?
No, you can't. What you're telling them is that they don't have a right to just have a platform and spew that kind of intolerance. That's what you're telling them. I'm not saying that you don't say anything. Shut the fuck up. You don't say anything ever about. No, you're not. It's not okay when you have. Can I
finish my fucking point for the love of Christ? Okay? What I'm saying is you're not giving them a platform. I'm not saying that they don't get reprimanded or anything like that, but to take their fucking job, what you've done is you've taken a person whose ignorance was here, and now you're going to add way more to that, and you're going to stir up all these other fucking people. I'm telling the way I feel to get rid of all of that shit is you got to let people say the stuff. And then you have to sit down them rationally, and you can't come at, hey, you ignorant fucking sexist cunt fuck. Maybe if you were enlightened, then your enlightened point comes after all of that shit. They don't hear it at that point. You fire somebody, they're not gonna become less sexist or anything like that. All you've done is you took away their ability to earn a fucking living. That's all you did. And they're going to become even more resentful, and they're going to have fucking kids. And what are they going to pass it on to? I'm not saying that you can sit down with these people and actually rationalize them to a different place. Okay? But some of them you can. But if you fire all of them and you scold all of them and all of that shit. And as I've said in my act a zillion fucking times, if everybody's conversations were recorded, would anybody have a job on Monday? I'm fucking sick of everybody jumping on a soapbox or all gathering around to watch somebody take a fucking beatdown and completely ignoring all of your own fucking faults. I just don't think that the crucify 'em angle to all of this shit is going to help anybody. Now there's definitely situations where like take like the Clippers owner. Okay, now what that guy is doing is like he's affecting like the entire NBA. He's infecting the entire fucking product. So you have to get rid of that guy. Okay? He's one of the owners of the league. But I think like a guy on ESPN, okay, if he makes an ignorant comment, is a great opportunity to sit down with that guy and then watch the guy hopefully honestly go through some sort of a journey. You could turn that into a fucking show. You could actually have a guy, rather than come out and do the usual horse shit, what I said was ignorant and blah, blah. I mean, I could fucking wing an apology for every fucking offensive thing at this point. I've seen every fucking apology. You're just going out there giving lip service because you're trying to get your fucking money back. You know what I mean? But to actually sit down and talk to somebody who actually thinks like being gay is a choice. To maybe try to get through, you could maybe just get 10% of the people onto this side. Rather than pushing them all, they're pushing their face in the mud. You're a bad fucking person. Fuck your job. Fuck all of this. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be disciplined. But this whole thing that when somebody does something like that, this person might have just wrote it and just thought, I thought this was funny. And they didn't understand. I remember a few years ago.
I'm supposed to go in there and like take their hand into my hand and sit down and be like, okay, now listen. Like they're my child. Now I know you thought this was funny. But this is why it's offensive. I'm supposed to do that now?
Because what you're doing is still condescending. Now you're treating them like a child. Now, this is what you did.
So what are you proposing?
Sitting down and talking to people. Actually having like that shit that Mark Cuban got in trouble for was fucking horseshit. The guy was being honest.
What are you talking about?
He got in trouble for being honest, and he had to apologize for being honest. He was talking about the Clippers owner. And what he started doing was he started talking about his own issues, which I thought was a really courageous thing to do, where he was saying like, look, the world that we live in. He goes, when I walk down the street, if I'm walking down the street at night and I see a black guy with his hoodie up, I'm crossing the street. If I then see a white guy with a shaved head and a bunch of tattoos on his neck and blah, blah, I'm crossing the street again. Where he fucked up was he said the hoodie thing, which made everybody think Trayvon. Yeah. But what he was saying was the beginning of this unbelievable fucking conversation that never happens in the media. It all is the person says the fucking thing, then they get in trouble, they lose their fucking job, and then they disappear. And then that's it. And everybody all you learn is, don't say that on television. Mm-hmm. Like this whole elimination of words. Like if we eliminate the word, but people don't think, like you're not going to think shit. I would think that's racial slur, but now that I can't say it, I don't think those thoughts. It's fucking, I don't know if it's childish or like moronic. I understand it where people don't want to see that or hear it on television, but you're not helping the problem.
Well,
what you're actually doing,
like checks and balances system when this happens.
Absolutely, but I think what we're doing doesn't fucking work. Go on the internet, Nia, and look at the level of this type of shit out there. It's fucking off the charts.
Yeah, I know.
All right? So what you're doing when you eliminate these words and you have all this fucking fire the person and all that, if you have half a fucking brain, you just learn, okay, don't say this, don't say that, don't say that. And then what you can basically do is you can safely get across the minefield without blowing yourself up now, while you still think all that ignorant shit, while you still won't hire this person, while you still won't associate with this person, while you still feel this way, while you still stand in your ground. You can get through all of that entire fucking maze because through this simple game of these are the words you don't fucking say, these are the words you can say, all of that horseshit, it doesn't change anything that's in your heart. That's all cerebral. These are good words, these are bad words, and you can still have all of that awful shit in your heart. And not to mention, everybody has fucked up. Everybody has fucking issues. Everybody has issues. They do.
You make a lot of good points, Bill Burr. You make a lot of good points.
Those people who say I don't see color are fucking full of shit.
I hate when people say that.
What are you, Nia? You Asian? I can't tell.
Yeah,
I don't see color.
It's ridiculous when people say that. No, I agree with that.
No, and then people also make assumption. They go, "Oh, your wife is African American. You can't be racist. You can't have any racist thoughts." It's also bullshit.
Yeah.
It's also bullshit. I at night, when I'm at night, I used to do a bit in my act that everybody at night is fucking racist. Because you're scared and you're trying to get to your fucking car. So whatever you see, you think the worst of.
Can I also just
Which
say
goes
that
back to that Mark Cuban point when he's talking about walking
I was just about to bring that up because I think, can I also just say that I think it's hilarious that anyone would think that Mark Cuban walks down the street anywhere if he's not being like chauffeured in a Maybach or like flying in a private plane. Like Mark Cuban, when's the last time you walked down the street and were scared?
No, he's a cool
anywhere?
guy. He's a cool guy. He's come out to a couple comedy shows. He just walks in the back, hangs in the back. Come on, you know him. You've seen him on TV.
I have seen. I've seen him.
Wears a T-shirt
in a club in Vegas.
He's got the bed head.
I've seen Mark Cuban.
You saw him in a club in Vegas?
Yep.
Was that the time I was there?
Nope.
The fuck did you go to Vegas with Mark Cuban?
I didn't go to Vegas with
Did he
Mark
fly
Cuban.
you in?
No.
Coach?
No.
First class. If you flew me to first class, I'm gonna fucking have to. What are you doing? I have her trained.
Anywhere, like I'm in the plane. All right, I'm not. Anyway, no, it's not. That's not the point.
All right, can I answer this dilemma?
Mark Cuban is not the point. All right. Yeah. What's the dilemma? Oh, are you actually going to like go back and answer this question? A daughter who's a hoe or a gay son who's a hoe?
Yeah, I'll answer this question.
This sexist, homophobic question.
Well,
After all that.
Well, but what he's getting out there.
What is he getting out there? I like how you're somehow able to see like the nuance and like the lesson that we're supposed to learn from this ridiculous.
Well, if you get off your fucking high horse, what he's getting out there is the amount of people that say they're not homophobic but wouldn't want to have a gay son.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah, he's comparing having a daughter who's a whore to having a gay son. Like that's the same thing, and then he's also a whore. You know, so it's like, to me, this is like the thing I can't get mad at. This is the honesty. What's the matter? What are you pointing at?
I hear something coming out from here. Yeah.
How long has that been going on?
I don't know.
Ah, fuck.
Why isn't there just like a daughter who's a hoe or a son who's a whore?
Because if a
is
guy,
that the point you're making?
No, because if a guy is a whore, he's considered like a stud.
Right. So he doesn't even enter the equation.
Which is right, by the way.
This is why.
Which is right, by the way.
Which is right what?
First of all, hold the mic up to you.
Which is right what?
If your son is going out there crushing it, he's a stud.
Uh-huh. And if your daughter is going out there crushing it.
Yeah, she's
also a stud.
No, she's not.
No, she is.
No, she isn't.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This question is so fucking offensive. It's so offensive.
Can I tell you why?
A daughter who's a hoe or a gay son who's also a hoe. Like, fuck you.
Well, what if he's like 20, 19? He's a kid.
I don't care.
Oh,
I would say the exact same thing if I had my 19 or 20-year-old son. I'll be like, fuck you.
All right, with
you don't
your
talk
fucking
like
stuff. Listen to me. I'll tell you why. The son crushing it. This is an old bit of mine, and I'm going to do it for you here on the podcast, because it takes skill as a guy to get laid.
Here it is. Here it is. You just exist as a woman, and you can get laid. Is that what it is? And so men should be applauded for their ability to stick it in a girl. Congratulations, men of the world. You got laid.
You know what this is, people? You know what this
Hooray for you. Gold star for men, because you're able to, like, somehow convince a woman to have sex with you. Wow, you're a real fucking Don Juan over there.
This is it. Now just imagine just how hard it is for me to talk to you, to even get a word in on this podcast. Now imagine I'm trying to fuck you. That's what it is. And I remember a long time ago when I was talking to you, I said, okay, let's let's turn the tables. You were talking about the dumb shit that guys say to you in a bar. And I said, all right, let's turn the tables. Let's say I have control of my fucking sexuality, right? Not sexuality, my sexual. I don't know who I like. Some days.
You do have control over your sexuality.
Yes,
you
I
own
do.
It, honey.
Thank you. Snap to the north and to the south. 12 and sticks, honey.
Oh no.
No. What if like? What was the scenario? I said if I had control of my sex drive and you didn't.
You told me to.
And I said for you to come in and start hitting on me. And you know what? You were fucking awful.
I was awful.
You were awful. And then, then the greatest line ever was I just sat there going like, yeah, whatever. And I was just doing all that type. And you go, you're making this difficult on purpose. And I said, yeah, welcome to my world. And that's what it was.
Ooh, so hard to be a guy.
I'm not saying it's hard to be a guy. I'm saying in that situation. First of all, that's the entire thing.
You a minute.
That's what all feminism is based in. It's difficult to be a woman, and your fucking equation, the feminist equation is basic. It's like lying in a bed. It's easier for a guy to lie on a mattress.
You know nothing about feminism. You know nothing. So for you to sit here and try to act like you know what feminism is and what it means, you need to just stop.
All right, then I'll be more general. Women complaining. It's harder for a woman to lose weight. It's harder for us to sit in a chair. It's harder for us.
You don't need to speak about things that you don't know anything about. But I realize that hasn't stopped you before.
Yeah, you've been interrupting me for a fucking half an hour going on your goddamn...
on the podcast, so what do you want from me? You want me to just sit here and be like,
Oh, yes. I thought you were going to be an adult.
I thought I was being an adult. I thought we were having an adult conversation.
You weren't being an adult. You were fucking talking over me. I'm the blowhard.
Welcome to my world.
You said... Oh, touche.
This is why it works. Between us. No.
Shut up. You know something? I'm so pissed I made you those cups. I should have made those things, right? Brought them in here. Look, I didn't. Oh, that's so sweet. Just mushed them right in your face. How would you like that, Nia?
Why are you recalling like an old bit of yours?
I'm not. Is that an old bit?
Yes, it is.
What bit was that one?
It's kind of a play on the punching the muffins bit.
Those are muffins. This is a totally different bit. I feel like comedians like bitching over a joke. Mine's different. Mine are cupcakes.
Right. Okay.
Are you actually going to finish that Gatorade? Are you going to leave one swallow in it and stick it in the refrigerator? Fucking weirdo. You have like fucking 15 things in the refrigerator that'll have one bite or one sip left.
I know. It's ridiculous. I don't know. Why
don't you go stick another miso soup in there? Till the fucking tapioca, whatever the fuck, your tofu turns green.
I know. I don't know why I don't just finish it.
Hey, you don't. You know what? You finish the cheese. Anytime I fucking get those nice fucking slices of cheese to my salami sandwich, I maybe get one sandwich with cheese on it. And then I come back and I'm like, where the fuck is all the cheese?
Yeah.
And then you put on your, I did something wrong, so I'm going to make a cute face now.
I guess
I told you can't have cheese in the house with me.
All right, can we answer this question, Nia? Nia, what would you rather have? Would you rather have a daughter who's a hoe or a gay son who's also a hoe?
I would rather not have a child that would even ask questions like this.
That's not an option. It's either or.
Nope. Not answering.
Oh, you're taking your ball and you're going home?
That's right. Why don't you answer it then? I know what you're going to say.
I'd rather have a gay son who's a
I knew it. Because at least he's a guy getting some.
He's out there crushing it. He's out there crushing it.
Moron.
Why?
Both you and this person asked this question.
What are you talking about? Having a gay son would be great. First of all, he could teach you how to keep your abs well into your 50s. As long as he's out there practicing safe sex, right? I'm assuming that he's a top.
Oh, because your gay son.
If I have a gay son, he's going to be a top.
Have a son, and if he's gay, you want him to be a top.
That's actually a funny line for a fucking character in a movie. My son's gay. Oh, he's a top.
Yeah, but he's a top.
He's a top.
So it's a different.
So he's still crushing it.
Right. Ridiculous. This is like in True Detective when Woody Harrelson's character, when his like chickens come home to roost, so to speak, and his daughter is caught with the two guys in the car, and he starts freaking out at her and saying like, "What's it like being the captain of the varsity slut team or whatever?" And he's out there whoring around like constantly. This is like the exact same scenario.
How?
Where he feels like he's entitled to do all this shit, to fuck all the women that he wants to and can, And yet, when his daughter is doing the same thing, he's freaking out at her, and she's getting like grounded.
Because there's no skill involved.
You are such
there is no skill involved.
It has nothing to do with skill, okay?
It is. You don't have to talk. You don't have to.
Such a man that you
don't have to convince a guy to fuck you.
Like it's a sport. Like
what do you have to do? What do you have to do? What do you have to do?
Oh my!
Show a little leg.
Yeah.
I come in with my red chest here. You think I'm beating him off me? I'm not. I got to put on my gloves. I got to put on my big boy pants and come up with an opening line.
You're a performer who's out on stage. Don't try to act like it's so hard for you to get laid, okay? Don't perpetrate this myth that it's so difficult for you.
You're actually perpetrating a myth. For all of you people aspiring comedians or entertainers, if you want the easy pussy, Eddie Murphy did it a long time ago. All you have to do is sing.
Comedians get laid left and right. They get laid left and right, no matter how ridiculous douchebag and dirtbag they are.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though.
Laid left and
right. Here's the thing.
Comedy groupies are lining up at the
comedy
ticket
groupies.
Booth. There are comedy groupies. There are comedy groupies. There are comedy groupies.
Oh my God! 100%. When do they show up? When you're finally playing a stadium? You go down to a coffee house with a fucking ukulele, okay? And somebody's blowing you. And you know what? When your fucking set's over. No. When your fucking set's over, you don't have to keep playing the ukulele. As a comedian, you're funny on stage. When you get off, you got to keep the plate spinning.
Yeah, you have to still be an entertaining person in order to be considered worthwhile. That's everyone's issue.
No. But you can be some mopey coffee house guy. All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray, right? And then get off stage and just sit there with your shoulder slump, and they want to take care of you. Next thing you know, they're buying your groceries. You never heard the Guns N' Roses? They had like a whole harem of fucking chicks paying for their shit.
Why? Because those guys seem helpless in any way, shape, or form. Did Axl
Borrowing
Rose
their
come
bracelets?
Off? Did Axl Rose come off as helpless, as Slash helpless? Does anyone look at those guys as like, oh, they need a mommy?
I don't fucking know. I don't know. I'm just saying though. Just don't put it out there that you're going to become a comedian.
And get laid.
There's certain comics.
You have to be a good comedian. Let's put it that way.
No, but there's also like
be funny.
Yeah, Nia. Believe me. I have not had the groupies. Trust me. I have a bunch of meathead guys who come out to my show, and the occasional, psychotic woman. Okay? Lately, I've been turning the corner a little bit, but I got to tell you, for
a while there, you did have kind of the crazy chicks that were coming up to you afterward. You did have a good period of that.
Well, yeah, because I was an angry, believe it or not, people, I was actually way more angry on stage back in the day, so I think I scared a lot of them away. But no, I found
except me.
This is the deal. This is what I found with as like a fucking a male comic. Mm-hmm. If you do want to get laid after the shows, I found the comics who talk about sex a lot. And then there's the other ones who have like that slumber party energy. Mm-hmm. That, oh my God, you guys! If you have like that vibe as a straight dude, that you're pretty much in there.
Right.
You're pretty much in there. But the rest of us. Yeah. You got to kind of work. It's annoying.
Do you actually have to work at it and
Oh God, you're so arrogant. When's the last time you paid for a fucking drink? What are you coming off with this? Oh, well, do you really have to work? Yeah, Nia, I bust my fucking ass.
Excuse me? When's the last time I paid for a drink?
Yes.
Are you talking about since I've been with you? 'Cause 10 years.
Yes.
Yeah. Otherwise, if I'm not with you and I'm out, I buy my own drinks. Yeah, thank you very much.
Oh, every woman's a hero in their stories.
You are your main...
You guys are all here. Oh, I will pay for stuff. Oh, the lady's independent. You fucking throw your hands up. But then when the divorce happens, I'm just a girl.
I really
you know what? You guys,
hate how you talk like
something?
You're some bitter divorced guy that's gone through the ringer when it hasn't even fucking happened to you.
Well, it's happened to a lot of my friends.
Yeah, and so therefore it's happened to you, right? So you're
I never said it happened
about what
to me.
People go through in divorce. That's good.
When did I say that happened to me?
You act like it's happened to you. The way you talk about divorce and this and that, how women do this and women do that, and how come they never talk about it? You never hear them talk about it.
You don't. Well, here's something for you, Nia. If I can
something for your ass.
if I can only talk about what I've actually done,
that would make you.
That would be like I'd have like 8 subjects. I mean, what do? I tell fucking jokes. I go to the airport. You know. So then what? You can talk about a whole bunch of subjects that you've maybe read up on or know people who've talked about. You went off on the whole gay thing. You're not gay.
No, I'm not. But
so where do you get off telling me what subjects I can and can't talk about?
Touche.
Huh? That's even. A touche to a touche. We gonna end on a tie?
Let's end on a tie.
Oh, we had a happy ending, everybody.